Welcome to the Cultural Visions 2020 Emancipation Celebration interview series in which we feature some of Dominica's cultural icons. On this program, we have with us none other than Adriana Henderson, leader of the well-known Tradibel cultural group from Grand Bay. Adi, you have performed extensively in Dominica, some parts of the region, and even further. And you have, of course, distinguished your name and your group in the area of ballet in Dominica. When you look back on your ballet career, what do you think has given you the most satisfaction?
Well, just the idea, hi Raymond, just the idea of being something, doing something for my community, for my country, is already a satisfaction in itself. And to know that I am doing something that the young people are enjoying, that even makes it a little better. Many times, you know, I feel very satisfied when I am told that there are the elderlies who just want to see me dance every day on TV. And they feel like they have a new life, and they want to always relate to the ballet dance as well as the songs, and continuing the work that we have been doing, knowing that our country is alive and kicking with ballet flavors throughout. That is enough satisfaction for me.
Mm-hmm. Adi, you've also had a long and illustrious career as a teacher, especially at the Pierre Charles Secondary School. And apart from the academics, you try to instill within your students a love for culture, a love for the arts, a love for drama. How important is it to you in looking back at your contribution, especially in the field of education, about passing on the skills in arts and culture to the younger generation?
Okay, as I say all the time to my students, to young people, whether it's at workshop, culture is everything. Everything in life has its roots in culture. The way we live, the way we talk, the way we work, our behaviors at school, at home, at play. And doing that as a teacher, it was my utmost obligation to instill in our students to appreciate the need to appreciate what Dominica has to offer in our line of culture. I always feel that if our students don't appreciate what we have as artists, what we give to them, what we can sell to our country as well to countries overseas, if they don't appreciate it here, then there's going to be a lull and probably death to our cultural heritage. So the appreciation of our culture, the love for our culture, and the discipline that culture entails, I think that is one of the most wonderful things that I wanted to do, and in some ways I think I have achieved that.
Mm-hmm. Now, in the area of your overall presentations, especially in ballet, for which you're so well known, we have all noticed that you have always strived for very good quality presentations on stage with Tradibel. Of course, with the dance, which is the most important part, but you've also placed so much emphasis on the singing, on the drumming, on the costuming, and the overall presentation on stage. How important is that overall quality of display for you when your group comes out on stage?
I like pretty things. I love good performances. And the aesthetics to me is very, very important, and it exists in all forms. So therefore, if I have to do a performance, even if I have to even dress myself in my Creole wear, the things I teach, I try to do it practically as well. So when we have a performance, I am not only looking at the performance as the dance, which is my forte really. However, I know that the singing, the drumming, the costuming, even your positioning on stage. All these are very important, and they together makes an overall wonderful performance. And I believe my tuition in Jamaica helped me a lot to understand that it's a wholesome event when you do something small to enlarge it on stage, putting all the aesthetic pieces together.
Dominica has been challenged by the advent of COVID-19, as has the rest of the world. But our culture remains important to us. What advice would you give to other artists, other people involved in culture, now that we seem to be appearing to be coming out of this COVID-19 situation, in order to keep our culture and traditions alive?
Well, to all artists, what I have to say is, first of all, stay alive. Listen to the protocol so that you can continue doing the works that you have been doing. And, you know, if anything happens to us and we have not done enough of what we were supposed to do, it will be bad for our culture and for the people coming after us, that's the young people. However, during these COVID times, we need to utilize our time at home as much as possible to teach the young ones who are at home and probably having nothing special to do at this time. Teach them to sing, teach them to write, from poetry to singing, teach them to put rhythms on drums, teach them to dance. They could do creative dance, they could do modern dance, they could do ballet, and now we can access, you know, YouTube online, go online and do something. Teach them at home. The best of the basic steps can be done at home, face to face, and if you cannot have the students or the children at home, you can also do it online. But try to get the young children involved in one way or the other and make them enjoy and appreciate the culture.
Now, Adi, I know that you have retired officially as a teacher in the field of education, but of course you still remain very actively involved in arts and culture, especially as the leader of the well-renowned Tradibel group. In closing, what future do you see for yourself, for your continued involvement in arts and culture in Dominica?
Well, that's a big question. However, I will say that, you know, I am praying every day that God gives me the strength, because it's not every day you feel that you have the strength to do what you really want to do. But with Tradibel, I see the need for us to continue working hard. Because when you look at it, there are a few groups who continue like for over 5 years. Many groups begin and they just can't continue. And I have to say kudos to groups like Whitey Koboli, Paybush, Point Michelle. You know, I think it's consistency that will bring about the existence of our continuing culture. So the work I see for me and my group is to continue educating, continue training, continue bringing brightness in the darkness. You know, when people are down, when we are asked to perform, try to commit ourselves, dedicate ourselves to what we have to do. And whatever we have to do, wherever we have to do it, let us do it to the best of our abilities.
Well, thank you very much, Adriana Henderson, leader of the Tradibel group of Grand Bay, for joining us on this Emancipation Celebration interview series. We wish you continued success with your ongoing work in arts and cultural development in Dominica.
Thank you, Raymond, and you are so welcome.
I'm Raymond Lawrence on behalf of the Cultural Division.